Johanna. Johanna.
Hi guys, I am here to share my December daily so far. So I'm going to share week 1. I asked on my Instagram if you guys would like to see weekly flips or like 2 parts or a full flip at the end of December, and most people wanted to see a weekly flip. So this is week 1, which is days 1 to 7. Please excuse the state of my desk. My son was crafting with me yesterday and he was playing with my glue stick and made such a grubby mess with his hands. But yeah, I just want to film this really quick while the baby is asleep. I'm going to try my best to do these weekly, but keyword is try, because I don't know if I'll be able to do this every single week, but I definitely will try. So this is week 1. So for the first page, I left this blank. I didn't want to interfere with the way that this looked, and I just didn't really feel like I needed to put anything on here. I started here when you open up to a double page spread. For the first page, I put this calendar, and I'm just using this as a countdown, so I'm just crossing off the days as we go. It's too small to really put much else, but I like having kind of an overlook at the month and seeing like what dates lie on what day of the week and all that kind of thing. So I just included that as a countdown. I didn't want to cover this image up either, so I just left that as it were, and I stuck a Christmas card on the back just for decoration. I think I left this open as a pocket. I was going to put a family photo in here, which I probably will go back and do. I just don't have a photo yet of all of us. So this is day 1, and it goes on to the next page as well. I just stuck in this extra paper bag as an extra page, and this holds the invitation to my son's preschool Christmas party, which is what happened on day 1 of December. So I just tucked that in there. And I've also got my journaling in there, which I'll show you in a minute. On here I've just put one of my printable doilies. I've been using these Christmas doilies I think every single day. I love the way that they look. And another thing I've been doing every single day is using this washi here with the days of the week, and just cutting off the day each day and sticking it on. I've also been using these same acetate numbers for the numbers of the day. So I've also got my journaling on this bit of like Christmas note paper. It's a vintage Christmas note paper that my friend sent me. So I've just got that in there. And then on the back of the paper bag, I just put some scrapbook paper and put a picture of our daughter when she was 6 days old. So super sweet little picture. I just laid up some scrapbook papers and some washi tape. And then on this side is where I just put all the photos of my son at his preschool party. So my husband took him to the party, and my younger son as well, because I was home with the baby, and I just instructed him to take heaps of photos, so I put 3 of them on there. And then another thing that I'm doing every day is putting on these printable labels, which I linked in a previous video, to write down the story, the Christmas book that we read each night. Brings us to day 2, and on day 2 we decorated our Christmas tree. We actually put our tree up in November, and we just put lights on it so that it was all ready for decorating, just to make life a bit easier because I hadn't had the baby yet. And I'm so glad that we did that, because building that tree took forever. It took a really long time to build it and fluff it all out, so it was fast when it came to decorating it. And I just put some pictures of the kids. This is some vintage note paper in the background. I used it as like a border for the photo. I've got washi tape and just those elements I'm keeping the same each day. And then on the next page, I've got a paper clip here holding this together, but I printed out a picture of them at the tree, decorating the tree, on vellum. So this is a bit see-through, and I didn't really like how flimsy the vellum was on its own, so I actually put some acetate on both sides of it, and then I stapled that together. I would have sewed it if I had more time, but I just stapled it, and that just makes it a bit more sturdy, but it keeps it see-through as well. And then I've just washied that in and when you flip it over, I like that you can still see the image. Looks really cool. Put the journaling for the day straight over the top of this colouring in book page, which was a part of the insert. Just decorated it a little bit with this pretty silver tree, and then put the book that we read along the bottom. And this clip holds that together, but it's mostly here to hold this on the other side. Because this is still day 2, I'm still journaling about the same story, and this is like a little journal card where I put another picture of them decorating the tree. Put some more journaling. This is a vintage linens printable from my Etsy shop. I just glued it onto the back of the colouring in book page because the colouring in book page is quite thin, so that just made it a bit stronger. Journaled about a movie that we watched together, and then I just have one more photo over here of my son putting decorations on the tree. And I also just stuck in a picture, another picture of my kids at the tree, and a couple of extra pictures which I made double-sided, and they're very small. So a picture of my daughter sleeping, because that's really all she's doing at this stage, and more pictures of my kids at the Christmas tree being cute, cuddling each other. So they just go into the pocket there. And I just made the pocket by putting this 4x6 card on to this book page, which was bound into the book, and just put double-sided tape around 3 sides. And then we have day 3. This page is not quite complete because I'm missing a photo, but I will put it in later. And so this is just a single spread for day 3. This was a day that my sisters came to visit, and my older sister is a photographer, so she took some pictures of Rue. I'm going to put my favourite picture she took on the back of this journal card, but I just made a pocket with one of the linens again. So I have been using a linen, I think, every single day. I just love how they look. I think they look so cute, vintage. So this was like a napkin one, and I just cut it so that I had a corner of it as like a little tuck spot. And then the book that we read, the next day was the 4th, and that's my husband's birthday, so I've got a picture of him and my kids having a cuddle, and I've just done my journaling straight on the page. I've stapled on a little celebrate tag, the acetate number, and then over here I made a pocket on this little page just to include some extra things, so it's paper clipped together. On this journal card I just decorated it a little bit, and then on the back I've got some pictures of my kids doing colouring in Christmas colouring in books, and a picture of my daughter. And then I've got a recipe here because I made some brownies for my husband's birthday, so I just included the recipe. And then this is a cute little paper clip that says love, and that just kind of holds everything on there. And then day 5 was really uneventful. I've got a picture of part of our kitchen, some of our Christmas decorations you can see in this little small space, so I just took a little picture of that. And all of my journaling is just tucked in here, and we actually had a inspection for our rental, so that's perfect timing after you just had a baby, but it was fine. They were pleased with our property and everything, so I just did that as my daily journaling. I'm not really overly fussed if the stories I'm telling are very Christmassy or not, especially this year, because a lot of the time we're not doing too much after, like I said, after just having a baby. So a lot of days we've just been home so far. So the next page is for day 6. And so again, I've got one of my linen printables over here where I've journaled straight on top. That's my favourite way to use them. I just love how that looks. And then over here I stuck this embellishment on with a stapler, and then I just tied this cute little Santa onto there. This is a gift from my friend, and because the pom-pom's so thick, I thought this is a good way to include it, because the pom-pom can hang out of the book when it's closed, and then it won't bulk it up as much as if it was stuck onto a page. And then I've just got a picture of my daughter again, and then there's a pocket here where I've just put another picture of my kids. They're just in the bath. It was a really hot day, but it wasn't sunny, and so they just had a nice cool bath. They love having a bath. It's like one of their favourite things, so I just stuck that in there. This is a cute little sticker I was gifted. And then yeah, just my journaling, the book that we read. And then that brings us to day 7, which is all that I'm up to. And again, I've just done journaling straight on top of one of my printables. And this is journaling about Santa letters that my kids did actually at the end of November, after when I had my daughter and I was still in hospital. My sister was minding my boys and she did Santa letters with the kids, and they were so cute. I scanned them in so that I could print them out and keep a copy for myself for my December daily. So they're so cute, and so they're just tucked into this pocket. So this was actually a shorter page. It was more Christmas music and it was a shorter page, and all I did was just stuck it down to make a pocket here. And then I had these cute little vintage envelope pieces that had cute little Christmas stamps, and I just used those to decorate over the top of that page, just because this is all about writing letters and I thought that was quite fitting. And then I didn't want to cover any of this beautiful illustration up at all, so that worked quite well. And then I just put the book that we read last night, and yeah, so that's all I'm up to. As you can see, I'm keeping it really simple. I'm adding pockets and things when I need to add extra room, but I'm not going crazy with it. I'm kind of trying to keep it simple and easy. Some nights I get to sit down and do it the day of, and so I'll spend like 15 minutes or so just sticking things where they fit. And then of course there's been days where I haven't been able to do it that day, and so sometimes I'm doing a catch up of 2 or 3 days in one sitting, and just keeping it really simple so it doesn't take me too long. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep my process simple. I just print out my photos and then just try and fit them wherever they fit and work the best so that everything fits onto the spread. I'm trying not to do too many pages per day as well, because I don't want it to get too bulky and I want to make sure I leave myself enough room. So this is going to be today's day, day 8. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this flip through. This is how chunky my book is so far. It's not too bad, but it's definitely getting there considering we're only 1 week in and we've got to do that another 3 times. So it's probably going to get quite chunky by the end, but that's okay. I will try and do another flip through next week, but if I don't, you will get to see it again at some stage anyway. Make sure you're following my Instagram account if you want to see little sneak previews, because I am posting photos over there more regularly as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're all doing really well, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.